The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding.
So the congressman gets shot in the head. This is street justice, a false flag that used to justify more security measures. Because the only justice you'll get against the Freemasons is street justice. You'll never get it in your courts or in your independent 9/11 commissions. So, actually it turns out the congressman that was shot is a Freemason. So that is an American patriot standing up, saying I've had enough. You want to help Satan? Well then, get out of our country, one way or the other. And look at this Freemason doctor giving the pyramid hand sign over and over again. Show us Freemason hand signs, please.
Unfortunately, as much as we'd like it to be true, antibiotics just aren't effective against the cold or flu because those are viruses, and antibiotics only treat bacteria. So even on a chemical basis, they're no more effective than just
I guess they're promoting the toxic flu shots.
If you are taking them and the doctor has prescribed them, is there a right time of day?
And of course, CBS created the panic for the H1N1 flu shot. The toxic. So the truth is that if you watch your NBC, CBS, ABC News and believe it, you could very well end up dead. And you see chilly minus the 33 Freemason level. Complete fabrication, I believe. But if you go get a toxic shot, you'll die. You go fight this war of terror, which is just a lie. You could very well end up dead. They bring you death. So, CBS is really nothing but a Freemason hand sign buffet. And all of these statistics and numbers you see on TV are really just lies. They're just conveying the message of 11 and 13. Ted Williams, what happened? He joined the Freemasons, constantly giving Freemason hand signs on the television. Feel good for the man. Hope he doesn't OD. But nonetheless, that's why he's so famous now. 13, huh? January 8th. So, here we have CBS telling us that if we cut out sugar, we will save 13 bags a year, and that if we cut out using butter, that we will save 29 sticks a year.
In a year's time, 172 teaspoons of salt. Wow. It's going to up blood pressure, which increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. So if we reduced our sodium intake to the recommended levels, we could cut 11 million cases of high blood pressure a year.
The CBS News, December 28, 2010. That adds to a 13. Here they convey a secret message for other Freemasons that 497 troops were killed in Afghanistan during the last year. Now 4 plus 9 equals 13, 4 plus 7 equals 11, 49 plus 7 equals 56, 5 plus 6 equals 11, and 4 plus 97 equals 101. The perfect columns and negate. You see, they pat each other on the back, the Freemasons, and this is a big ego trip for them. Now, if you're a soldier for the United States, you need to know that the war of terror is nothing but a big fabrication and a lie. And that if you are dying for pride, if you are dying for a sacrifice, then those are demonic terms. And pride comes before shame. And pride is an abomination to the Lord. And a sacrifice is what a demon requires, a blood sacrifice. The Lord requires a repentant heart. Notice the N963 18 in the 88th ride. It's the CBS Evening News. They could have picked any plane. This one breaks down into 666. So, in the beginning of the 9th gate, they walk you through 9 gates, or 9/11s. And to erase any doubt that the Freemasons committed the atrocity of 9/11, they open up with a scene of downtown Manhattan. And there we see the Empire State Building. Later there's a scene with the Madrid trains, BP, and a river, of course representing the water they've been poisoning for the last year with toxins. Now this is a disturbing scene. Prior to 9/11, notice the back of the signs. Now if it was in gray, it would actually resemble the Twin Towers and the smaller sign up front, building number 7.
The Madrid train bombing, March 11th, 2005. And here we see he is on page 111.
And here, pulling into the Balkan Press, or BP, on both of the walls. And of course on April 20th, 2010, we had the BP Toxic Tea Party, compliments of the Freemasons. That's on April 20th, it's the 111th day. That means there's 254 days left. 2 plus 5 plus 4 equals 11. 9/11 is the 254th day, it means there's 111 days left.
And here we see some more black and white tile. It's used in witchcraft. Now that we can accurately predict the dates, those are dates that end on 11, and we absolutely expect something on 1/10/11 and 1/11/2011, and definitely on February 7th, 2011. Maybe now we can predict the event itself. And here I believe we are on the streets of France, along a river. Now they poisoned the Gulf of Mexico on April 20th, and then the Chinese River on July 28th, and then the Danube River on October 4th. And we're due for another toxic terror attack. I believe it possibly will be this river here in France.
I mean, do you believe in the supernatural?
The Ninth Gate pretty much tells you what happened on 9/11.
You think the conjure up?
A man looking for a book to summon Satan.
3 copies survived.
And that book was Deep Pet Go, the book George W. Bush was reading at 9:11 a.m. on 9/11 while people jumped on fire from the Twin Towers.
Has just been given.
Now the special thing about 9/11, it's the 254th day of the year, 2 plus 5 plus 4 equals 11. And that means there's 111 days left. And the 111th ritual day is April 20th. That's why you see terrible things on that day, like Waco, and Oklahoma City, and Gulf of Mexico incidents. All of them were actually satanic rituals, not accidents or terrorist attacks. And of course that means there's 254 days left in the year.
What's with the weed? But he's about to open up the greatest evil of all.
So in reality, what you saw on 9/11 was the summoning of Satan. And we all know he is now incarnated here on earth as Prince William of Wales. So this is what many people went through on September 11th, 2001. Those who weren't lucky enough to make it to the windows to jump. Meanwhile, W read his book Pet Goat with the children. And that's the truth behind 9/11. Not a terrorist attack. A Freemason satanic ritual that, well, a lot of people knew of in advance. And you see the burning tower. Ha ha ha. That's why none of the Freemasons showed up to work that day. There should have been about 50,000 people in there. Only about 30 that day.